really see it from Fast Landing Road, but a farming family near Dover has now agreed to let a third of their fields be used to harvest sunshine. The Nautilus Solar Company says almost 12,000 panels on 32 acres are now making power for what works out to about 774 homes. Every Delaware Delmarva power customer can subscribe, and many will receive 10 to 20% off their power bill. The more projects that get built, the more people can participate and save money.
You know, we're in a moment where we need a lot of generation, and that may need to come from all different types of generation.
Jamison Tweedy, as Delaware's public advocate, has been fighting to keep Delmarva Power from raising rates too much on customers. He says in the age of big data centers trying to get built, community solar projects like this and others will add much needed supply to the grid, which little by little, at least, will hopefully lead to savings for customers. He also says realistically, this is the quickest way to generate more electricity.
Now, it's not at the scale of a nuclear plant or a huge combustion facility, but every megawatt that can come online counts, and there are a lot of these projects in the pipeline. So if we can keep getting them online, they will turn into a material amount of power.
Not everyone is so excited about projects like this. Many don't want farmers using their land for solar panels. Lots of people would rather see them over parking lots and box stores. But Nautilus says they can create clean energy relatively quickly while doing little damage to the land underneath the panels. And they say their projects not only create lower electric bills, but also jobs.
Not only in the construction of the project, because I think it's easy to focus on that, but there are a lot of surveys, there are a lot of studies that need to be done, there are local operations and maintenance jobs, landscaping that is required. You know, frankly, something as simple as mowing the grass. It does create opportunity.
Now, this project doesn't have storage batteries. That would mean they can also generate power at night, but that could come at a later time. We're going to keep you posted as these projects progress. In Kent County, Delaware, Tim Furlong, NBC 10 News.
Andrew Painter makes his return to the big leagues tonight when the Phillies open a weekend series in Baltimore. He rejoined the team today and will start tonight's game against the Orioles. The Phillies demoted Painter to the minor leagues June 17th amid his rough start to the season. A month and a half later, the club is still struggling out of the number 5 spot in the rotation. First pitch is 7:05 on NBC Sports Philadelphia.
Philadelphia Mayor Sherrill Parker celebrated Lifeguard Appreciation Day with a visit to 3 reopened neighborhood pools today. The mayor stopped by the pool at Amos Playground on 16th Street near Berks. She later toured the pools at 12th and Cambria and Zeiler Pool on Olney Avenue. Each pool had been closed for at least the past 5 years before receiving millions of dollars in improvements thanks to the city's rebuild program.
This is exactly what it looks like when we work to make Philly the safest, cleanest, greenest big city in the nation.
Well, this summer, the Parks and Rec Department hired hundreds of lifeguards and pool maintenance attendees, helping open 62 public pools for residents. Now back to our forecast now. Justin is back. A great time to be at the pool today.
That was my summer job. I was a lifeguard at a pool every summer. Really enjoyable and, you know, kept you cool, too. It was always a good option to hop in the pool on a hot day. We have very typical summer stuff as we go forward over the next several days here. It's a dry weekend on the way, but the humidity is going to be there. You'll notice it. 81 degrees though if you're lucky enough to be down the shore on Saturday. It looks to be nice and dry. More clouds than sun, though, both weekend days. I do caution that. On Sunday, it's partly to mostly cloudy and even downright cloudy with a high of 81 degrees. Monday's when the rain moves in. We do have some storms, some showers around. And one thing to point out, rip current risk is going to be low for those lucky enough to be swimming in the ocean. Let's take you hour by hour here throughout the evening. 7 o'clock, about 84 degrees. There are 1 or 2 widely scattered little pop-up sprinkles now. Most of that activity dies down fairly quickly. 11:30 this evening, 73 degrees under a clear sky. But look what happens. Clouds begin to filter in on your Saturday. You're waking up to about the upper 60s. By the afternoon, it's pretty warm, middle and upper 80s, but it's mostly cloudy. So we head towards about 3, 4 o'clock. It is possible, again, there's a very widely scattered sprinkle popping up here, but 98% of the area is dry. Still 88 degrees at that point. Overnight, Saturday into Sunday, we'll hold the clouds around. You wake up Sunday morning to about 74, so it's mild and muggy too. By the time we go into Sunday afternoon, some rain begins to threaten off to our west. That mainly stays to our west. It's possible 1 or 2 little sprinkles makes it in to parts of Chester County, maybe Newcastle County. It's really Monday when the rain starts to fill